Yes, we are live on episode 7 of AdaInspires TV release series, where we are featuring amazing, phenomenal, trailblazing women who are launching their gifts, their ideas, their message in the world. I'm so excited because today we have a business coach. She's a lot of things. A mom, uh, mom of not one, not two, three. I'm correct, right? And
Yes.
she's going to be sharing her journey with us. And today's topic is very, very interesting because it's one topic that a lot of people today, especially in Nigeria, in Africa, has bastardized and probably turned it into their own gain. And we are discussing nothing but the myths behind the Hebrew woman. And she wrote a book where she's saying, I'm not a Hebrew woman. All I want is safe delivery. So, folks, relax,
Mhm.
sit back. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment box. And here we are welcoming you to our show today. You are so welcome. We're so excited to see you, Abigail.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Daisy. Whoa, I am so excited to be in this show, seriously. And I am, just like she said, Abel, Abigail, Davidota. I'm a mom of three, like three. And yes, the author of the book, I Am Not a Hebrew Woman. All I want
Mhm.
is safe delivery.
Oh,
So, just like she said, we'll be talking about the myths.
yeah.
So many things behind it. Here in Nigeria, we've taken it too high and we've lost so many women. We've lost so many children too. I believe down there, like 6 feet lies, you will see so many destinies have been buried because of
Yeah.
ignorance. Because of
Yeah.
ignorance. So today, sit tight
Yeah.
because we are going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it
Yeah.
today. And I'll be sharing
I
my
am so
story.
excited. Yeah, yeah. I'm so excited, not just because I'm a woman, but if you see the rate of maternity death, just because of this ideology, I must deliver like a Hebrew woman. And I don't even want to go on that. But just before we go into all that, can you tell us a bit about you, your story, and why you are passionate about this cause? Okay, like I told you guys, we're still talking about the myth behind this topic, the Hebrew woman, and our guest today is the author of I Am Not a Hebrew Woman. So please, can you tell us your story, how it all started for you?
Okay. I have actually had three babies, and the first two kids, I had them vaginal birth.
Okay.
So I had no issue. I have no medical condition. I'm very okay. And usually I till now I cannot explain what labor, like labor pain, is all about because if we are judging from the Hebrew women aspect, I think I've experienced what it means to have an easy delivery. Very
Okay.
easy. I walked the hospital myself. I
Mm.
am very okay until the baby's head engages, and the next thing is baby, and that's it. That's delivery
Wow.
happens, and the only pain I know I've experienced is once the head of the baby engages. No other
Mm.
pain period to that. You understand?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've actually had big babies. My first
Okay.
baby weighed 3.9, the second baby weighed
Mm.
3.8. And I
Okay.
actually gave birth to them myself. So
Yeah.
this third baby, the pregnancy journey was actually something else because
Mm-hmm.
I was in and out of the hospital, taking one treatment or the other. So we found out that the baby was on a very big side,
Mm-hmm.
4.8 kg,
Wow.
4.8 kg.
Wow.
So
That's a miracle.
seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got to the hospital that was on Good Friday, April 10th,
Mm-hmm.
we got to the hospital here in Owerri FMC actually. The doctors checked and they said, no, I should go back and do another scan. Since the baby is on the big side, the tendency of him adding or reducing is there. So let us know the actual weight before I proceed to do the stuff. So we went, my husband and I, and we found out that baby was 4.8. So going back to the hospital with the scan results, I told the doctor, no, I think it's better for me to go through CS than putting myself through pain. This is way too big for me to start doing this Hebrew
Yeah.
women whatsoever. So though he said, will I want to try? Because since I've actually delivered big babies, maybe I can give it a try. And if something goes wrong, I was like, so I'll have to subdue myself to pain. Then if something goes wrong, I will now think of CS, where there is something I can actually do and everything will end.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, no, I insisted. Even the doctors, they found that they wanted to dismiss me that day. They said they are not doing it. They're only attending to, what's it called, emergency issues, because that was at the peak of coronavirus. So they were only attending to emergency. So they said, it's not emergency. I'm not dilating. I'm not in labor. I'm very okay. I know that. But my dear, I'm not blind. So I said no. I actually insisted, and that was on Saturday. The doctors on call actually did not operate on me. They didn't even do anything. They left me. But I stayed. Then the next day, the doctors, that was on 11th, they had to finally take me to the theater. And that was how I had my baby. And now he's 5 months.
He has grown so much. That's amazing. Like, the good thing about your story is that you knew what you wanted and you told them, look at this. But a lot of women don't have that guts to be like, even though they know that their life is at risk. Like when you go to hospital, you see a lot of children who are suffering from complications, not because it could not be avoided, but because they want to deliver like Hebrew women. So can you tell us, how did these Hebrew women even start? And why are women putting themselves through this kind of pressures just to deliver like Hebrew women?
Okay, the Bible recorded that when the Israelites were under torture, that's under the Egyptians, the Pharaoh gave an instruction, and he said, if they should deliver more boys, you should kill them and all that. So I believe that these women were under torture. You understand? They were under torture. So according to what the Bible said, before the midwives could arrive, these women already had their babies. And I believe that was how Moses, he was born and later sneaked out and taken to the river and blah, blah, blah. So that was it. But you see, yes, now, but you see, go through this thing with me. Those Hebrew women, you understand that there is this adrenaline hormone.
Yeah.
That's when you are in danger, when your life is in danger, you will find yourself jumping heights that on a normal you cannot do this. On a normal you cannot do this. So you even sustain injury, and maybe later, after everything must have calmed down, you start not nursing your pain. So this same issue, I believe, is applicable to what happened back then.
Yeah.
If the government should threaten us women that we are not to have past a specific number of children, if you're pregnant, you even give birth in your parlor without your neighbors knowing that you gave birth.
That is true. That is true. So why are they comparing us? Why are they making us? Because that's the truth of the matter. During those days, they were under pressure, one, and we all know that when a woman, and they were slaves, they were overworked. Their body structure is not the same thing with today's woman, that our lives is on the phone. Why are they putting pressure on women that they must deliver like Hebrew women?
I think it's just the ideology and religion. Seriously, religion. Seriously, religion. Religion. It has blindfolded so many people.
Yeah.
Even people who are not Christians, I mean, a lifestyle.
Mm.
Christian means life and Christ-like, you know. So people
Yeah.
who are not Christians in lifestyle, but are
Yeah.
holding on to this religion, they are
Yeah.
putting their lives on the line for this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And I
true.
think it's time for reorientation.
Yes,
So
I
that is
agree.
why I wrote that book.
Yeah. I totally agree with you because I can remember back then, I wasn't married yet. I think one of my relatives, she had her first child through vagina. So her second child, this girl was having complications. The best thing for her to do was just to have CS, but her mother refused. No, that they will say that she's not a woman. That her daughter must
Ah,
give birth through vagina. And guess what happened? She
wow.
gave birth that vagina birth and she lost her one of her legs, her waist actually shifted. And for months she was in hospital.
No,
Now imagine that kind of situation. So I agree with you that this is the time for people to be reoriented. Whether it's
exactly.
whether you give birth through vagina or you give birth through CS, it doesn't stop the fact that you are a woman. Okay, so
It
how
doesn't.
can
It doesn't even make
yeah,
you less of a human as before being a woman.
I'm telling you, like we should be thankful that civilization gave us an option.
Yeah.
Okay, and in fact, my mom gave birth to all of us through CS. My first
Yeah.
daughter is through CS, and what
Wow.
has that removed from me? So how can we like as women, I don't know how to say it because we all know that religion, culture is has affected our brains so much, and we all know that this
Mhm.
thing is like religion is like opium. Once somebody holds on to it, they hold it on too tight. As a
Yeah.
woman, what if your maybe your in-laws, even your husband is saying you must deliver like a Hebrew woman? What do you do in such a situation?
Okay, first I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
While at the hospital, I met someone. I met
Mm-hmm.
someone at the hospital. This lady is a nurse. I mean a certified nurse. I'm not talking about the quack backyard nurse, you know.
Yeah.
Seriously, I won't believe she works at FMC Omahia. So you understand, she had that level of exposure is there, high
Mm-hmm.
level of exposure. But you won't believe why pregnant. You know, as humans, we have instincts, and
Yeah.
there is this point when maybe you want to take an action and you have this thing inside of you telling you don't do it this way, do it this way, get that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you insist and do the wrong way, something might go wrong, and the first thing you will say is I knew it, I knew it
Yeah.
will happen. So just
Yeah.
the kind of thing, she said she strongly had this instinct to go for CS, being in the field. But you won't
Mm,
believe that what made her not to insist was because
mm,
her husband
mm,
hosts family to these Hebrew women whatsoever. Then her mother-in-law, her in-laws, co-wives, and all that. So she was
mm,
like, they will be like, so that she's no longer strong enough to birth her baby. This is a woman that has 3 or 2 children. This is not her
mm,
first baby. And these
mm,
babies, she birthed them through the vaginal delivery.
mm.
She's dead. She's
What?
dead. She's dead. They
And the
buried her
baby?
last week Friday.
And the
Not the
baby?
baby, the woman.
But the baby is alive.
The baby is alive. Now, what happened? She delivered the baby. Oh, she gave birth to her baby through the vaginal delivery as they insisted. Then she had cervical laceration. From there, she had excessive bleeding.
Mm, mm, mm.
And she was taken to the theater. This is someone running away from the theater. She was
My
not
God.
taken to the theater to get her body stitched up and fixed.
Mm,
So while at the hospital, when I met her, because she was already in the ward, I didn't spend up to a week and I left. So she was already in the ward before they brought me in. You know, she asked me why? Why did you go for this? I told her the first thing she said is you're brave. I thought that it's not just about being brave, it's about knowing what you want, knowing what to save your life, and going for it.
yeah. Mm.
And going for it.
I
So
don't. Oh, that's a sad story. That's a really, really sad story. And God,
And while at the hospital, she already took, I met her, she took 4 pints of blood. These are excluding the ones that she has already taken before I came in.
mm,
So you understand, a lot of women I know, I know most women are being put under this pressure by their husbands, by their in-laws, by even friends, what people will say. But finally, the last time I checked, I've not been able to pay my bills with people's opinion.
thank
I've
you.
not been able to pay my bills with what they say. So why give so much concern to what people will say when your life is in the line? Like, why do this?
I'm telling you.
And that is why I encourage women. You see, when you're taking up a self-development course or journey, get your partner involved.
Thank you.
Get your partner involved. Even the
Yeah.
Bible said, can two work together except they agree? And the answer is no.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, when someone's life is in danger, time, every second counts.
True.
While your husband and your in-laws are still debating, no, why this? You might even give up. The baby might die in the stomach.
Yeah.
So there should be room for communication. All this, I took my time to write all this in the book.
Okay.
Make room for communication.
Okay.
When there is communication, you will be able to tell your husband your fears, what you think will work better, your suggestions and everything. Then you guys can discuss it and take a decision even before it is time.
I agree with you.
In that way, both of you can stand against whosoever that wants to come in.
Yes. Yes. Totally.
In that way, because you agree with me that even if your husband is not there with you, no matter who is there with you, before they perform anything, they will still have to seek his consent.
Yeah.
So what happens if he's against it? What will happen?
I'm telling you.
That is where that communication should be there.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Let him understand your fears. Then,
Mm.
as the man, he should be able to give you that security. He should be able to be there for you. It's not just about going to make money and coming back, buying baby things and all that. Be there for her, for your wife. Be there for her. Give her a listening ear. Let her know that her thoughts are secured with you. No matter
Okay.
how gibberish it is, we most times when pregnant we can act up, but
Yeah.
let it be that you're there with her.
I'm telling you. The truth. Well, if you pregnant a woman, the baby is not just her own. It is you. In fact, me, I believe
Yeah.
that the pregnancy, both of you should carry it. And I love so much what you said that first you have to know what you want. So if you're a woman listening to us today, you have to be assertive. This is your life
Exactly.
at stake. This is not even any other issue we can excuse. This is your life
Exactly.
at stake. I'm not saying some people it's easy for you, just like you gave birth the first and second one. It's okay, but this is you know that okay, you are seeing this, and there's an option for you. Why not take it? Why do you have to stress yourself because you want to listen to people's opinion? For me, it doesn't really make sense. I think with technology, information is at the tip of our hands. We are
Yeah.
reading, and I even know that in more developed countries, this is an option they give you right from the beginning. And to imagine that this woman that you said that died, that she's a medical personnel, it's now a medical personnel had to go through this. Now, what of someone that is not even a medical personnel? And it's time our men, in-laws, family around us, they should just leave women alone. Okay,
Exactly.
like you said, we are not putting food on our table with people's opinion. Everything still boils down to you, the woman, because it is your life that is at stake. If you have died now, another woman will go and take care of the children. Your husband will not, if you're lucky,
That's
he
it.
stays up 2 years and he gets married to another woman, and you are dead, and that is just that. So, ladies, if you're listening to me today, learn to be assertive. Know what you want. Communicate with your husband. Don't pay attention to people's opinion. Okay, information is
Yeah.
at your hand. make sure you use it. Thank you so much, Abigail, for sharing that
Mhm.
with us. So tell us about this your book. I am not a Hebrew. Why did you have to say I am not? Like it's an emphasis. The name is so interesting. I am not a Hebrew woman. All I want is safe delivery. Tell us a bit more about it.
Okay, I actually chose that topic because that is the bone of contention. That is the problem. Everybody, people,
Yeah.
majority wants to say that they are Hebrew. Come of it. I'm a Nigerian now. I'm an African. I'm even from Abia State.
Uh,
Oh. You understand? So,
yeah. You are from Abia. You're not from.
no, seriously.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Seriously,
I
you
get it.
understand? Okay,
Yeah.
seriously. And the main reason for this is because I felt if the decision I took to save my life and that of the baby to people's eyes and opinion doesn't make me a Hebrew woman, sorry, then I agree. I am not a Hebrew woman.
Okay.
All
Fair
I
enough.
want is safe delivery. I went for CS not for anything but to save my life and that of my baby. And I strongly believe that every pregnant woman, every spouse, every husband, wife, or mother in law, sister, whatsoever, if you have a pregnant woman close to you as a relative or a friend, and you're praying for such a person, your prayer points should be safe delivery, regardless of the delivery method used. So that is
Hmm.
why I went with that title. I am not a Hebrew woman. All I want
Yeah.
is safe delivery. And all I believe every pregnant woman should want and pray for should be safe delivery. Have
Totally.
your life saved,
Totally.
have your baby's life saved, and that is all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you understand. That is why I went for that title. Nothing else.
Yes. All that actually that's what we should be praying for, not whether you should deliver through CS, whether God, whatever. As a woman who has been through, I don't know how level is anyway, but I gave birth through CS. Like all we want is just safe delivery. Let me be okay. Let my baby be bouncing, and that is all. I think that's enough. I think we shouldn't ask
Exactly.
for much. And thank God we have the technology that we have today. That these things within it doesn't even last up to 8 minutes. 8 minutes, you are out. My husband was there like 8 minutes. They
Wow.
brought out the baby and you are out. And if everything is okay, you just thank God and
Yeah.
just move ahead with your life. Thank you so much for writing this book in this time and season. So how can one get this book?
Okay. Currently, it is available on pre-order. You understand? It is available on pre-order, and the price now is 3,500 naira only. So one can make payments through into my Zenith account. Maybe I should I go ahead and call the account number 2048
Okay.
2048707325. Yes, pay into the account
Okay.
number is the Zenith account, Abel Abigail Chinazepere, and you can go ahead to contact me, reach me via WhatsApp, sending your proof of payment 080 381 And they can also reach out to me through my social media handle. I'm on Instagram, Abel Abigail David Ota. I'm on Facebook, Abel Abigail David Ota. So you can reach out to me, send an inbox, and that will be it. And for now, the book is just available on pre-order, like I said. Once it is fully uploaded on Amazon, the price goes up to 4,000 naira. So this 3,500 is just a price for, let me say, early birds. And you asked in the
Yeah.
book, I took my time, I shared my story, I shared the story of other women, I actually spent time to write and tell our men why they should be there for their women. If you have a woman, if you have anybody, why you should support the person. You understand? And then I also took out time to talk about bullying. This is another aspect that makes women go into this, put their life on the line in the name of answering Hebrew women. Bully from friends, bully from family members. I actually have someone that shared that story with me. You won't understand. She had all her kids via CS, but till date, in this 21st century, she's a teacher. I mean, a teacher. In this 21st century, her co-wives still troll her. I don't mean passive troll. I mean serious one. They will tell her to her face that she is not woman enough. That she's not woman enough. And you know this idea, most people think that for you to go for CS, that means you must have a medical condition, you must have a medical issue. I actually have one pastor online. He reached out to me in bus because of this, and he asked me, he said, does it mean that one can actually opt for CS from the onset without having any issue? You understand? And I think ignorance has played a big role in this. Most of these pastors, I believe they think that you must have an issue before you will go for it, which is why some of them advise their members against it. You understand? Which is why everybody is now talking about the Hebrew woman whatsoever. And he reached out to me. He asked this question. I told him, you can actually plan your CS from the onset. I didn't plan mine. I thought maybe the baby's weight will go down and then I can go through the vaginal delivery process. But when I found out that baby's weight was actually high, I had to change my mind. So it wasn't really a planned stuff from the onset. So you can plan your delivery to be CS with your husband, with your wife, and then follow it up, tell your doctors, and everything will work out fine. Just pray to have free delivery. That is the most important thing. And you know, here in Nigeria, the infant and maternity mortality rate is on the increase because of this. So that is why this book is essential, and it is for every home. It is for every individual who would like to raise a family someday. So singles, be you a bachelor, a spinster, married or married, and if possible, our mother-in-laws need to go through this. I thank God for my mother-in-law. She was there. She actually gave me her support. So if your mother-in-law is enlightened enough, I'm sure most women won't have this issue of being dehumanized and trolled. So all these things I took out time to talk about in the book. And I had so many doctors and nurses and medical personnel who brought in their own contribution. Yes. Wow. I had medical doctors who brought in, I had nurses and they brought in their own contribution. Some of them had CS, some of them did not have CS. So they actually took out time to talk about the medical aspects. You know, life is all about taking risk. Yeah. You having your baby and leaving your house is a risk. And come of it, you know that having twins, that's multiple pregnancy, is classified as a high-risk pregnancy. But that won't stop you from having twins if you want to. Yeah. That won't make you say having twins is bad. You understand? Yeah. It's not about being well managed. So that is also applicable to this. Vaginal birth, I've gone through it. My first baby, I had a cut because his shoulders was quite broad. You can see mine. I have broad shoulders. Yeah. So he took after me. You understand? His brothers was he had short, broad shoulder. So I had a cut. No matter the method, you must nurse pain at some point. So I'm not trying to paint it like CS is so free, easy, you won't nurse any pain. You understand? CS, you will nurse pain, you must. Then vaginal delivery, something left your body now. You must nurse pain at some point. So life is all about taking risk, but take a good one, a calculated one. the one that will save your life and save your baby's life. And that is
Yeah.
all that matters. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you, as someone who has gone through vaginal and yes, which one is better? Well, you've answered that. It's not about the one that is better. It's just
Mhm.
all we want is safe
Safe
delivery. All
delivery.
we want is safe delivery. And if you're a woman listening to me today, and you know all those people that has been carrying the mantle of Hebrew women, and now, we are saying all this not to remove the place of faith in God. No, not at all. I
Mm,
believe that God wants the best for us. In fact, He's the one that gave the doctors the knowledge about how to go about CS and all that. When
yeah.
your life is at stake, just take the option. Okay, don't go and try Hebrew women, and at the end of the day, you come out not complete the way you went in. And
Yeah.
the rate of mortality rate of women dying as a result of childbirth, oh my God, you begin to wonder. And all this could have been avoided by an option of CS. We know that there are complications that we cannot control, but the ones
Mm,
that we have the power within us to control, let us control it. Okay. And to
yeah.
everyone listening to today, I am joining my sister Abigail here and saying, I'm not a Hebrew woman. All I want is safe delivery. And this book, I believe, is for everyone. Every Nigerian should actually get this. We give it to your mother-in-law, give it to your pastor, give it to your imam, give it to everyone. All right. And we're going to be putting all the links on how you can get it. And like you said, it's on pre-order now, can get it at 3,500 right now at a pre-order rate. Very soon, it's going up on Amazon, and for our international viewers, you can also get your own copy. I'm
Yeah.
so excited about your book. Like I'm excited
Thank
about the
you.
topic because as a movement, it's a movement, and don't relent.
Exactly.
Keep pushing it. This women needs to hear more about it. Thank you so much for being on our show. And just before you go, just give us one last word to our audience.
Okay. Okay. And before then, there's something I want to add. You see, most people run away from this because of the monetary, the financial involvement.
Mm,
They think CS, yes, CS is quite, you won't compare the price for CS to that of vagina birth.
mm,
So I actually penned down in that book how you can get a cost-effective delivery.
yeah. Okay.
Cost-effective delivery here in Nigeria. This is both applicable to both delivery methods. So it's there
Okay.
in the book. And then for the last word, what I have to say is just be safety conscious.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
safety conscious. Let the only thing that will come to your mind as a pregnant woman, as a
Mm,
husband, as someone who has someone that is pregnant, should be
mm,
safe delivery. Safety, that's the first thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Once a
Okay.
life is preserved, every other thing can fall into place.
Okay. Yeah.
Once a
I
life is
agree.
preserved, every other thing can fall into place. And I'm here
Yeah.
sharing my story because I'm alive. If I
Yeah.
had gone down and probably died, nobody would know about this.
Yes.
So
Totally.
please think safety, stay safe, and help share this good news. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here on our show. Thank you so much. So, everyone, that was Abigail, and she shared with us everything about Hebrew women, the myths behind it, and what you should do. So if I were you, I will rush right now. The links will be in the comment box. Go and get a copy of the book. And don't forget, before you leave this broadcast, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Share this video out because I believe that a lot of women needs to hear another women talking about this issue so that they will know that they are not alone. And I'm so excited. And I thank each and every one of you who is watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And I will see you on our next episode on Friday. Thank you.